Oh, it's the 15th year of our holiday show. So we thought we'd take a look back at some of the stories we've done throughout the years. It's celebrating the season. We start by going back to 2021 for a story that Carly Schreck did, a beautiful story on the Glen Highway Christmas tree.
It was a real tree. We had a few strands on it, and then the branches started falling off, all the pine needles fell off, and it got to where the tree was leaning so hard I had to cut it down before it fell over. There has been a couple people that don't like the metal tree, but what do you do if the other one fell down? Then there's no tree if I don't put something else up. I literally had tears in my eyes when I was cutting the tree down. It was lit up years ago, and I thought, wow, that's a cool thing. And I didn't know how it worked. How do they have, lights out on a tree in the middle of nowhere? Next thing you know, it was out. I stopped and looked, and there was an empty box there. So I put a battery in there and lit it up for that year. The next year I came back, and it was lit for like 2 days. So I left a note in the box, hey, whoever you are, contact me. That's how I ended up taking it over.
How much longer do you think you're gonna keep doing this?
As long as I'm alive. As long as I can keep carrying those 62-pound batteries. The honks, people honking, I love that. You love the gratitude. That the hard work pays off for stuff like that. And that's why I do it. To put a smile on people's face. Just to make people happy. That's it.
And since this is the best of, I'm going to share this gift.
You may have heard this is the last holiday for Captain Cook's Gingerbread Village. Last year, Peggy McCormick used the village setting for the Gingerbread House song by Kyle Harrington.
I wanna live in a gingerbread house with a candy cane fence to keep gummy bears out, with a hot chocolate hot tub that steams year round, and shiny sugar snow that covers all the ground. Oh, I wanna live in a gingerbread house where it's Christmas every day. Light up the gumdrop lights on the M&M cobblestones all through the night, and check the vanilla wafer shingles, 'cause Santa and his reindeer are all gonna call. Oh, I wanna live in a gingerbread house where it's Christmas every day. In all this powdered sugar snow, there's nowhere to go. If you would squeeze me like a marshmallow, and never, ever, 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 ever let me go. Oh, I wanna live in a gingerbread house with maple syrup streams under winter mint trees, with popcorn, snowmen, and pretzel stick skis. In Holly Berry Hills, that's all that I need. Oh, I wanna live in a gingerbread house where it's Christmas every day. Where it's Christmas every day. Where it's Christmas every day.
Anyone else craving gingerbread now? Heads up.
40 years ago, St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Anchorage got a new pipe organ. And in 2017, Kim Danke made it his holiday story.
So this is a pipe organ, and it's constructed in practices and methods that have been around for at least 300 or 400 years. It has 2 keyboards, which we call manuals, and then also pedal notes, which I play with my feet. And it contains more than the 27 pipes on the front that most people see. It's 868 pipes inside of it. The pipes, which you can actually see a few of them behind here, are small whistles for the most part. There's a couple of different types of them, but the primary design for the pipes, the ones you see on the front of the instrument, operate just like a recorder or a whistle or a small flute. It's a fairly simple machine with air creating the sound. All right, if you're interested to see some of the inner workings of the instrument, I can take off the music rack here and show you how the internal parts of the instrument function. When I move a note, it opens a valve that's right above this cover here. The reason there's so many different pipes in the instrument are that you want to create different sounds for different styles of music. Maybe you need something softer for some part of what's being played in the service, or maybe you need something louder. I fell in love with the instrument because of its great variety of sounds and the many different kind of characters and styles of music that can be played on it, how it can fill a giant room and can lead a large group of people singing. But then it can also have kind of a dark and brooding side to it as well that I think is really interesting. Found a lot in the works of Bach that are really popular with the instrument. It really kind of occupies every part of the body and the mind. I usually have both hands playing, both feet playing, and then I'm changing sounds and making music. And between all of that, I kind of enter this state of flow where I lose track of time, and I come to practice and I find that hours have gone by because the process of making music on the instrument just takes so much of the body and so much of the mind at the same time that it really just kind of captivates me.
Beautiful. Incoming.
Whoa! It was 2017 that Eric Soule visited the Alaska Native Medical Center's gift shop to see their indigenous take on the Nativity.
We're at the Alaska Native Medical Center
Putting together the ivory nativity set.
We have wonderful volunteers that come and decorate the hospital.
Luke 2:8 through 14. This is the Christmas story.
Isaac Koryak is the one that first brought Mary, Joseph, and the baby.
For behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior.
Then we started collecting animals that would make it totally Alaskan.
I'm always looking for things to add, of course, in the right size.
The bear, I think, is from St. Lawrence Island.
They utilize a lot of the traditional art that's been coming in for the past 45 years.
And this will be a sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling cloths and lying in a manger.
The manger with that tiny little sweet bird on it.
I can't imagine how he held on to that, to carve it and to etch it. A lot of the pieces are from different people from different backgrounds from the villages. It has been fun to add things each year.
The dolls that are displayed in the main case in the window are traditional Yupik dolls that were made by Rosalie Paniak and her daughter Ursula Irvine.
And when she started making nativity sets, we were so excited about that. The fact that they can capture different people in the manner they do and work with skins is remarkable. It's fun to have things here that represent all of the people. It is really unique.
It's just a wonderful time to showcase the beautiful art that has been collected for the past 40-something years.
Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among those with whom he is pleased.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Now that story included our former sports guy, John Carpenter, and one of our sales folks, Kelly Levitt, who was playing his version of Silent Night. What, me again? Okay, it was 2017 that Sean McGuire took us along for a ride on the Alaska Railroad's very popular holiday train.
Going on the train! Today we are on the Alaska Railroad holiday train, and that is probably by far one of the best event trains that we offer, and one of the longest one we've been doing. It gives the kids a chance to ride the rail, see outdoors during the winter months with other passenger trains not going down this way. So we open that up for passengers to experience.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow, one-horse open sleigh. What do you say? Oh, what fun it is, laughing all the way.
All the kids want to come to the center and see some awesome magic tricks.
How many know what time of year it is? Who's going to be here?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Guess what I found?
Santa Claus's hat.
That's right, and it's like this, and he dropped it on the floor. And I picked it up, and I looked at it, and I go, are you feeling magical? You try the hat on.
We go from Anchorage Depot down to Indian, and then return back to the Anchorage Depot, about a 2.5-hour journey. They can expect to see a lot of Christmas magic, a lot of lights, a lot of sparkles, Christmas trees.
Up on the housetop, reindeer Santa Claus. Up jumps the good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones.
Yes, a lot of crying, a lot of emotions running, but if someone's watching you all year and then they're in your face, of course it would probably be a little nerve-wracking.
Did you see Santa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally my favorite thing about this train, is to see their faces light up when they see Santa is coming and on the way. It's you can't even explain it, and so you just have to see it.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! All right.
Well, we like to think that, other people show up to work on these types of days doing real jobs, and we get to really have a lot of fun and experience that magic firsthand.
Kind of become a family tradition. It's something fun to do with our kids, and they really enjoy it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Definitely make sure you try and get tickets early. This train sells out fast.
Yeah, we call as soon as tickets go on sale.
And Merry Christmas to you too.
It sells out every year.
In 2017, Phil Walczak polished up the brass for Tuba Christmas.
It happens all over America, in any town, USA, and anybody who's got a tuba player in it.
This is a serpentine pedalophone. It's a labor of love. You know, I'm a tuba dork of the first order, so it's kind of expected of me.
1, 2, 3, and.
So it kind of launches the Christmas season.
And also you're allowed to decorate your horn and dress up.
The sound of those low instruments just reach into your body. You know, if you're a blowhard, you're a perfect candidate for a tuba player.
I enjoy watching people watch us play.
I think it just shows people are proud of playing it. Most of them played it in high school and or college, and they come up here and they go, I can finally have a chance to play this thing, and I can tell my wife, there's why I keep this stupid thing around the house.
Next year, if you're out there and you want to play Tuba Christmas, haven't played in 20, 30 years, come on down. We'd be happy to loan you a horn for the day, and you can come and join us.
I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
My wish for Christmas, everybody have a chance to know the real meaning of Christmas and to find it in their hearts and to love one another.
Happy holidays!
Merry Tuba Christmas!
Did you know that Anchorage has been participating in Tuba Christmas for 28 years?
There's a lot of talented musicians out there. In 2016, Dave Brooks featured the Alaska Youth Orchestra for his holiday story.
Let's start at A, please. 4 clarinets. Basses. Monster sound.
This is the Anchorage Youth Symphony, and we have another orchestra called the Anchorage Youth Philharmonic. Together we call the Alaska Youth Orchestras.
There it is. Here we go.
We are, in addition to the Anchorage School District, we're not part of the school district. We've been going for over 50 years. It's a full orchestra.
Strings, this is where it's marked pianissimo.
We're a performing ensemble. It's based on auditions, so we perform, and we perform music of high standard. We were asked by the Ted Stevens Airport to go out and play for people as they get onto the plane and off the plane.
Playing lots of dances, and they're very festive and fun. Our flight's not for another 6 hours. Sitting here watching the football game, and out of nowhere, this amazing symphony starts playing over here, and it's quite a pleasant treat. It's quite a surprise.
They're very good.
I've been to just about every airport in the country, and I feel like every airport should do this. It's very, very peaceful, and might help soothe the tensions of traveling a little bit. I don't know.
Anything to make these kids independent, anything to make these kids understand that they have to take the responsibility for their performance is just fantastic in my view.
It's magical when they all get together and perform. They've worked hard to perform at this level.
The discipline of this great music, the exposure to the great minds that wrote this music, it holds through for the rest of their lives.
Hey, if you're enjoying these stories, you can find more at alaskasnewssource.com.
For many of us, the holidays remind us of the loved ones who are no longer with us. In 2017, Mike Niederbrock showed us the touching story of one of those losses. Alaska's News Source's Victoria Taylor shows us how she honors her mother's memory.
Christmas for me, like most kids, has always been a special time of year, and that's mostly because of my mother, Angela. Each year, she transformed our home into a winter wonderland. It was completely over the top and absolutely wonderful. The Christmas decorations would start going up in September. From floor to ceiling, no room was skipped. There were nearly 60 Christmas trees in our home. Yep, you heard me right, 60 trees. We practically had everything but a real reindeer. From the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas Eve, every night my mom would open up our house and give tours to anyone who wanted to stop by. I was usually dressed as an elf or baking cookies to hand out, and even my mom's dog Mystic got in on the fun. It's no wonder my mother loved Christmas so much. She was born on Christmas Eve in 1969, and the running joke in our family was, since my grandmother brought her home that night and put her next to a tree, it was the first thing she saw and fell in love with. My mom was an incredibly talented floral designer and decorator, and she had this incredible smile and goofy sense of humor. But she also battled depression my whole life. When the alcohol addiction set in my later teen years, things got really dark, and eventually she lost her spark. My mom ended up committing suicide in January of 2013. She was cremated, and for the past 5 years, I haven't really known what to do with the ashes. But that was until I found out about the work that Darby Andrews is doing down in Girdwood.
So you can see here, you can pick your colors. Any color variation is possible. And then ash is added, and all the white in the ornaments here is the ash, the cremains.
I kind of like the shape, the one that's a little bit heavier on the bottom.
Heavier on the bottom, yeah. Kind of like the teardrop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I like that one.
Started with pets, and then you know, friends started passing, so I'd offer to make a pendant or something that they could keep close to their heart. And so I offered to make a little jar for someone, a little urn type thing, and that's when the pendants and stuff kind of came out of that. Tried playing different mediums and actually trapping it in the glass as opposed to something that had a lid. All right. Thank you, Great Spirit, for this day of creation, this day of service. Oh. Would you like to come open Mom up? I'm gonna take a little bit here. I found sometimes it's easier just to grind some up than to try and sort. This one will stay that color.
That's perfect. Purple is kind of a no-brainer because that was my mom's signature color. It's what she was known for, and she absolutely loved it. She would also partner it with just loud, obnoxious green, and green also represents mental health issues, which she did, mental health awareness, and she certainly did have some mental health issues.
Put lots of love and light into it. Depending on if the colors are on the outside of the tube or on the inside, that adds a lot of time to it. It's hard to say because I don't keep time in the studio. I work until I'm happy with it, and I don't think about time. Time is irrelevant in the studio.
It's cool to be part of the process too, you know?
It's pretty powerful, man. It's pretty powerful. You know, being entrusted with somebody's loved ones remains. Treat them with respect and try to, you know, when I make a piece of tubing for something, for a project, I'll use all of it, you know, on that project.
It's the perfect way to honor her because she wanted to be spread in the ocean, but I just wasn't ready for that. And now I can do that for her because I have something that's going to help me, and, you know, I'll be able to remember her that way.
Once that glass starts to glow, you can see it start to stick in there. Some heat all the way through to the center. There it goes.
As Christmases were just like, they were so special to us. And, you know, as dark as things got in the end, the Christmas memories, that's how I remember my mom. And that's what I want others to remember about her. And so for me, it's the perfect way to keep that alive.
Alright.
It's perfect.
Thank you so much, Darby. It's perfect.
You're welcome.
I did not want to do this story because I feel like as journalists, we're not the story. But the reality is that I do know what it's like to lose not just someone to suicide, but your parent. And for me, I would hope that I would be able to help someone else who may be going through that as well. Because it sucks, but your life doesn't end with theirs. And there are ways to carry, you know, the good memories that you have from them. And you can take those with you.
For anyone struggling with mental health issues, here's some information that can help you. Thank you for joining us.